And just start to find and create some space in your body, making whatever little adjustments you need so that you can rest here comfortably. And then once your body feels settled, start to bring your awareness to your breath. Beginning to breathe in and out through the nose. Feel as the diaphragm fills up, inflates. And as you exhale, emptying out. Every breath beginning to get a little bit fuller, deeper. Every exhale getting a little bit emptier. So we begin to let go of the day so far, of any stagnant energy or breath in our body, making space for that new energy, that new prana to enter. Really feel the whole circumference of your diaphragm expand. So feeling for the breath in the front of the ribs, but also the back, and the side ribs, top to bottom. You're getting super full. And then in the next few breaths here, just set any intentions you want to set for today. And then go ahead and let your hands slide right onto your belly. And then separate the knees, keep the feet wide, and just start to windshield wiper. Drop both knees to the right, and you can let the arms open into this kind of T shape, and both knees drop to the left. And back over to the right. Pause here on this right side and start to send your left knee forward. Engage the left glute, engage your belly, and open up that whole left quad, left side body. And then come back to center and drop both knees over to the left. Send your right knee forward, opening up through the right thigh, quad, hip. And then come back to center. And then draw the knees in wide to your shoulders. Take your hands to the knees and just windshield wiper, rock yourself side to side here. And then start to bring the knees together, continue rocking side to side. And then take your hands on your knees and start to make little circles on the ceiling with the knees, like you're massaging out the rim of the sacrum. And then go the other direction. Good. And then extend the legs straight up, flex and point the feet. Start to feel the whole back of the legs opening, and then just let the arms come down to the floor alongside your torso. And then land with your feet pointed, but your toes flexed, so a pointed foot. And then start to take the legs together in a circle, staying with that same massage in the low back, but start to feel your belly engage as you take these circles. Squeeze your inner thighs together, like you're zipping all the way up from the ankles to the belly button. And then gradually let that circle get a little bit bigger. Keeping your back anchored down, your navel anchored down, and letting these be slow and controlled. And then find your full biggest circle. And stay there for a few circles. And then start to gradually get a little bit smaller. And smaller. And smaller until you land right back where you are, where you started, and then just switch the direction. So start in those slow circles. Stay zippered up. Keep the legs as straight as you can. If they need to be bent, then bend them, no big deal. But if you can, stay with that extension, that reach out through the balls of the feet. Keep drawing the navel down. Start to let that circle get bigger. Keep it controlled. Slow, deliberate movements. And then once you've reached your biggest circle, take a couple there. And then gradually start to allow that circle to get smaller and smaller until you eventually land right where you started. Good. And then take the knees back into the shoulders nice and wide and rock side to side. And then slide the hands behind the thighs and rock front to back. Keep the knees wide so that when you rock up, you land in Baddha Konasana. Sit up tall here, drop the shoulders, send the knees out side to side, and then just extend your heart forward. Think about just a nice long spine. So if that's sitting up straight, absolutely stay there. If there's a little hinge in the hips, go ahead and go there. And then from here, go ahead and extend your left leg out. Take an inhale, sit up tall, and then left arm's gonna come inside the right leg as your navel spins to the right. Inhale, heart lifts, arm reaches, and then as you exhale, reach up and over. And as you do that, let the toes reach to your fingers and your fingers reach to your toes. And then take your hand and cradle the base of the skull, and then let your head drop into the palm, almost like you're leaning back a little bit so that your ribs start to roll open. Keep your sits bones anchored down, and this left arm here can help as a little bit of leverage. Inhale, lift the elbow, lift the heart. Exhale, find that little bend and heavy the head in the hand. So you feel the whole right side opening up here. Good, and then gently bring your head back so that the ear and shoulder are next to one another. Release your head, drop your ear, and start to reach your right arm out to the side. Spread your fingers and reach right out in line with your shoulder. As the left ear drops to the left shoulder, feel the right side of the neck start to open and lengthen. And then gradually start to lower that right arm down until it comes hovering just above the hip. Let your torso come a little bit more upright, but keep the head dropping. And then take your arm and wrap it around behind your back. And it might just rest on your low back, or it might tuck into your waistband or even around into your thigh. And then drop the shoulder, and then maybe tilt your chin a little towards your collarbone. Good. And then release the arm. Bring the chin and head to neutral. Just use your hand to bring it back up. Good. Sitting up tall here. Rock back to your sits bones. Hold behind the thighs and find a point of balance here. Maybe your feet are hovering above the ground, or they might be touching to the ground, or you might bring your shins parallel to the floor. Lift the heart, lift tall here through the crown of the head, and then draw in through the navel. And then see if your hands can release. And breathe. And maybe extend one leg and bend it, and extend the other leg and bend it. And maybe extend both legs and hold it and breathe, hold it and breathe. Find that same sensation of zippering up through the thighs to the navel here. One more breath. Good. Bend the knees, release down, extend your right leg out, and bring the left knee bent. Inhale, sit up tall here. Take the right arm inside the leg, and exhale, rotate towards that left knee. And then take your arm up and over as you drop your ear to your shoulder. Find that reach. Fingers to toes, toes reaching back to your fingers. And then bend at the elbow and cradle the base of the skull. Take an inhale as you lift your heart, and as you exhale, spin the ribs open, drop the weight of the head into the hand here. And let gravity start to open up that left side body. Keep the left sit bone anchored, the left knee dropping, and breathe. Good. And then bring the head back to neutral. Release your arm. Send it out to the left as you drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Spread your fingers and reach, 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 reach. And then gradually start to lower your arm. And as you do that, your torso might come a little more upright. From here, pause when the hand is hovering just above the floor. And then take the hand and wrap it around behind your back. Again, grabbing for waistband or hip or resting at the back. Shoulder drops down and then maybe the chin drops towards the collar. And then release the arm. Bring the chin to neutral. Help your head up. Rock back onto your sits bones again. Find that balancing point. Bring the shins parallel, maybe the arms. And then maybe one or both legs and hold it and breathe. Hold it and breathe. Keep lifting the heart. Good. And then from here, just cross at the ankles. Roll over your knees and land in your tabletop. Spread the fingers, wrap the biceps forward, lengthen the spine. And right away, start to come into cat-cow. Inhaling, tailbone and heart. Extending, exhale, and rounding. And then close your eyes and just let your body feel this movement in your spine. Start to connect the movement with your breath. And just notice any areas that are feeling particularly tight or a little bit congested or stuck. See if you can move your breath into those areas. Create space. And then if you want to move in any kind of organic way, take this time to do that. Rolling the ribs, the hips, the head, whatever feels good. And then land back to neutral. Walk your hands out in front of the shoulders and drop the elbows so that the elbows land in front of the shoulders as well. And then bring the palms to touch. From here, inch your elbows forward. Your hips are going to stay over your knees. Sink your heart down, your forehead down, and then bend at the elbows. And let your forearms and fingertips point to the sky. And then continue extending the heart towards the floor. Lengthening the breath through the back body. Couple more breaths. And then release the hands and let your hips sink all the way back to your heels, taking one arm at a time behind you for a child's pose or embryo pose. Breathe here into the back. And then as you inhale, just roll yourself up. Take your hands out in front of you, tent it up onto your fingertips. Lift up off the heels, curl the toes under, roll over the feet slowly, dropping the heels to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart here. And then on the exhale, just let the hips rise. Separate the feet to hip distance and then bend the knees quite a bit so that your torso is kind of resting on your thighs and the head is super heavy. And then from here, keep the knees bent, keep the belly strong as you roll yourself to stand. Now letting the head be the last thing that rises. Once you come upright, roll the shoulders down and back and just spin the palms forward. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel your feet here on the earth. And that sensation of rooting down, that foundation, that connection to the earth. And feel as the breath extends your spine all the way towards the sky through the crown of the head. And then inhale, let your arms sweep up. So they come right alongside your ears and the whole side body gets nice and long. And then as you exhale, soften the knees. Your eyes can open here or stay closed. Hinge at the hips and fold forward into your forward fold. Inhale, hands up to the thighs and extend the whole torso forward so that the spine comes parallel to the floor and you feel the back of the legs turn on here. And then exhale, melt it over the legs. Bend the knees, draw the belly. Inhale, roll to stand. This time as the head comes up, the arms come up. Extended mountain. And exhale, soften the knees, hinge forward all the way down to the floor. Hands come to the thighs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, belly in. Inhale, roll to stand as the head comes up. The arms reach up, nice and tall, extended mountain. Last time here. Exhale, soften the knees, hinge forward, forward fold. Hands to your thighs, inhale, extend forward. And then this time, exhale and fold. Tent onto your fingertips as you inhale. Walk your fingertips forward as you come into downward facing dog. You can stay on fingertips or drop to your palms whenever you need to. And then let your hips lift, let your triceps wrap in, and then take a moment to just pedal out the heels here. So one knee bends and then the other. And slow it down and exaggerate it. So it's like you're opening up the sole of the foot all the way through the Achilles, the calf, even into the hamstring. And then keep the triceps wrapping in and the inner edge of the hand pressing down. Find stillness. And then on the inhale, lift the heels, roll over into a high plank. Shoulders should stack right above your wrists. Nice and long through the whole body here. Check your fingers out so that the hands are even and the fingers are evenly spaced. Biceps continue to rock forward and then exhale, lift the hips. Again, inhale, heels rise, roll through the ankles and the hips, land in your high plank. Legs are active, core is active. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, roll through, high plank. Exhale, press back. Down dog. From here, inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up like, think about a half lift. So your hips stay really square to the floor. And then on the exhale, bring the knee into the nose, the navel to the spine, lift. Look to your right thumb and set your foot there. And then let the left knee come to the floor. Let the arms rise up for a low lunge. Inhale as you come up here. Anchor the back shin, anchor the front foot, and start to scissor them together. As you do that, feel your left thigh opening. So your low belly lifting and your heart lifting. Good. And then from here, take your right hand, grab your left wrist, inhale, reach up, and then as you exhale, pull that left arm up and over to the right. And then just let your right ear rest on your right bicep. Big deep breath in this left side. Good. And then inhale. Come back to center, and on the exhale, set the hands down, take it back into a half split. Flip the right toes up. Draw your thigh back, and inhale, draw your heart forward and hinge. Think about that half lift here, that same extension of the spine and heart here. Firm the quads so your hamstring can find some support to release. And then send your foot forward, set your hands down, high plank. Take an inhale and breathe here. And then let the knees come down as you exhale, the heart come forward, and the elbows draw in as you lower all the way to the belly. So the hands land about mid-ribs. Sweep the feet back, and inhale, drag the heart forward and lift it. Tuck the elbows in and back and draw the shoulders down so the neck is really spacious. Press through your hands and pull back like you're dragging your heart forward. And then exhale, press through the hands and the knees. Take an extended child's pose, pop up under your fingertips, drop the hips. And then inhale, come to tabletop, and exhale, come to down dog. Okay, inhale, left leg rises, find that half lift. Exhale, knee comes to the forehead, navel to the spine. Look to your left thumb and set your foot there. Right knee comes down, inhale, arms rise up. Breathe here. Find that foundation again. Back shin, front foot, anchor, and scissor together. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, take it over to the left. Anchor that right shin bone down. Lift the belly. And let your left ear just rest right on your left arm. Nice big breaths. Good, and then inhale and unwind. Exhale, set the hands down, shift back into a half split, peel your toes back, and drag the heart forward. Toes and kneecap drag back, outer left hip drags back, heart draws forward. Good. From here, set that front foot down, and you're just gonna pick up the back foot and step it all the way forward, this time feet hip distance. Inhale, hands to the thighs as you extend forward. Keep the knees a little soft. Exhale, fold. This time on the inhale, either unhinge or roll up. Take the arms all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Right back in. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, forward. Inhale, extend the heart forward. This time, exhale, walk the feet back, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, right leg rises again. Exhale, knee comes back to the forehead, navel to the spine, and right foot by the right thumb again. This time, keep your left knee lifted if that works for you. Make sure your feet are separated about hip distance so you have a wider base of support. Same thing, find that foundation, find that scissoring, and then the lift. And then from here, start to hover the hands and reach the arms back. Like you're trying to touch your back heel. Draw the shoulder blades together and the palms draw towards one another. And then next inhale, drag your heart up, drag your arms up, reach up tall. Bend your back knee, pull your low belly up and in, feel that left hip flexor open, and then maybe straighten out the leg a little or all the way. From here, cactus your arms. Take an inhale as you lift and expand the breath across the chest, and as you exhale, start to drop your fingertips back and let your elbow tips lift very slightly, open across the chest. And then next exhale, start to let the elbows tuck in towards your hips, and then let the arms come around behind you and interlace. Then take the shoulders back, and then the knuckles back, and then lift them. Big inhale here. Good. And then from here, you're going to take your back heel and just angle it to the ground so that your torso starts to face the long side of the mat. Bend into your front knee so you land in a warrior two with these interlaced hands behind your back. Hold and breathe. Good. Release the hands to your sacrum. Let your arms float up. Flip your front palm up, reach back through your back, wrap your arm around your back again, grab your waistband or your hip, and then reach your right arm up and over. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Bend into your right knee, open it. Check out the back leg, toes, knee, and hip, all pointing the same direction. Good, and then keep the left ear heavy. Take the right arm straight up and flip the palm, spread the fingers, and then start to reach your fingers away from the crown of the head. Reach, 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 reach. And then slowly lower the hand till it's hovering right above your knee. Good. And then go ahead and release your back arm. Help the head up. Float back up, warrior two. From here, exhale. Take the hands down, step back, high plank, and breathe. Inhaling. Exhale, with or without the knees, heart comes forward, shoulders back, elbows back. Come down, sweep the toes back. Drag the heart forward, little cobra. And then exhale, down, extended child's pose on your fingertips. Take an inhale there. And then exhale, land in downward facing dog. Hold in down dog for 3 breaths. Okay, then inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee towards the forehead, navel towards the spine, look to the left thumb, set the foot there. Check out the feet so that they're wide. Right knee is gonna stay off the floor. Start to firm into your legs, firm into your belly, and then lighten up through the hands. Send the arms back like you're trying to reach back for your back heel. Super strong in the core, and then inhale, drag your torso up, extend the arms up. Exhale, bend your right knee, pull the low belly in, feel that hip flexor start to open, and then straighten the leg any amount. Pause and breathe here. From here, cactus the arms. Spread the fingers wide, take an inhale, lift your heart, tip fingertips back, elbows forward, keep the belly really strong. And then as you exhale, start to drag those elbows down. Really spread your collarbones here. And then let the arms come all the way behind you. Switch the clasp, left thumb on top this time. Shoulders draw back, knuckles extend, and then they lift. Big open chest here. And then bring your torso upright, and on the exhale, set the right heel down, land in warrior two, adjust your feet as you need to. Bend into that front knee. Drop the shoulders, and then let the arms float up, inhale. Flip the left palm up, reach back through your right, wrap it around behind your back, and then let the left arm reach up and over. Let the right ear drop to your right shoulder and reach through this left hand. Big breath in the left side of the neck. Keep bending into that left knee and pressing the outer edge of the right foot. With the right ear heavy, take the left arm straight up and flip the palm. Spread the fingers and then reach out and away. Come just about in line with the shoulder. Keep reaching. Keep dropping the ear and then let that arm come to float right above your knee. And then release the hand behind the back. Help the head up. Float back through warrior two. Exhale to high plank. Inhale. Breathe there. Exhale. Lower to the belly. Sweep the toes back. This time, take both hands behind you. Interlace right thumb on top. Lift the shoulders. Extend the knuckles and then maybe lift them. Then press the toes down, the tops of the feet down. And inhale, reach the heart forward and lift it. Exhale, the knuckles back, lift it. Let the crown reach away from the shoulders and the knuckles. Really nice, you guys. Okay, drop your hands to your sacrum, your head to the floor, and then let your arms come into T shape, but with the arms angled very slightly up from the shoulders. And then come onto your left ear. So you're looking at your right hand. And then draw the right hand in right by your shoulder as a kickstand. Press your left arm into the floor and feel your shoulder lift away from the floor. You want that motion of the shoulder lifting away from the floor. And then start to roll onto your left hip. You can stay here with the feet stacking and this hand kickstanding. You can take this top leg, step it behind, and roll open. And then just breathe here. So again, that left arm is pressing into the mat so that the left shoulder is starting to lift away from the floor. Keep breathing. And then bring the legs back to stack. Come back to the belly and back to the forehead. Take that right arm in line with the shoulder and slightly above it. Bring the left hand into kickstand and come onto your right ear. Roll to the right hip. Press your arm down. Lift your shoulder. And then stay here or take that leg behind you. Big chest opener. Keep pressing through the right hand, the right forearm, to lift the right shoulder. Good, and then bring the legs back to stack. Come back to your belly and your forehead. Set the hands back, mid-ribs, inhale. Exhale to that extended child's pose. Inhale there, and then exhale to downward facing dog and hold there and breathe. Any movement you want to take in down dog, feel free to take. If you prefer to stay in child's pose, of course, stay in child's pose. Okay, one more breath. Then the next inhale, look forward. The bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float the feet forward. Bringing the big toes to touch right between the hands. Soften the knees, inhale, extend the heart, and exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise up to stand, extended mountain, and then exhale, hands to the heart. From here, Utkatasana chair pose. Sit down, extend the arms, inhale here. Lift the heart, lift the low belly, lengthen your tailbone down, scissor the inner thighs together. Keep scooping your belly in, your tailbone long, lifting the heart. And then exhale and fold. Excuse me, inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, take it all the way back to high plank. Inhale in high plank. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. From here, inhale, right leg rises again. Exhale, knee comes in, look to your right thumb, set your foot there. Still in that hip distance alignment. Take an inhale, get extended here, long here. And then next inhale, extend the arms forward. Get really long from the heel to the fingertips. Really strong in the belly, and then peel yourself up. Inhale, get tall here. From here, right hand grabs the left wrist. Inhale, stretch it up and over to the right. And then inhale, right back up. Let the arms come all the way around behind, right thumb on top, shoulders roll back, knuckles extend, heart lifts, inhale, exhale. Drag your heart forward, land on the thigh or just to the inside of it. Let your head drop. Then set the knuckles to your sacrum. Hands are going to come inside your right foot and towards the left corner of your mat. So you're at a diagonal. Then take your left heel and angle it down like you're going into warrior two. Walk your hands out at that diagonal. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Big hip opening. Keep bending into that right knee and opening your right knee to the right. Walk the hands back in. Peel back to the toes, so lift the back heel and frame your front foot again. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, launch yourself forward, walk your hands forward, and come into a warrior three variation. Hands are going to stay on the floor and breathe. Good, and then bend into that front knee. Take the left foot in, set it right next to your right foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. From here, inhale, sit down into chair pose. Lift the heart, lift the belly. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, step, walk, float back. You can make your way through a vinyasa. You can step back through high plank, lower to cobra, chaturanga, cobra, up dog, or go straight to down dog. From here, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, draw the left knee in, left foot to the left thumb. Find that runner's lunge, and then strong core, extend the arms forward, extend the heel back, and lift the back of the right thigh, get super long. And then inhale, peel yourself up. Good. Exhale, take the hands behind, left thumb on top. Roll the shoulders back, extend the knuckles back, lift them as the heart lifts. Big inhale. And then exhale. Press through the back toes to extend your heart forward. And then let the head drop as the knuckles lift. Keep lifting the shoulders, dropping the head. And then exhale the hands to the sacrum, down to the floor. Walk them inside your left foot, so they're kind of towards the right corner of the mat. And then angle your right heel down, bend into that front knee and breathe. Walk the hands forward, big inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Bend into that left knee. Good. Walk the hands back in. Pivot back to the back toes. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, launch off warrior three variation, rolling the right hip down, extending the heart forward. And then exhale, bring the knee in, toe to toe. Lengthen as you inhale, and exhale to fold. Inhale, sit down, chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, float back. Make your way through a vinyasa or go straight to down dog. Okay. From down dog, inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, right foot to right thumb, runner's lunge. From here, left hand's gonna stay down. Inhale, the right arm's gonna float up. Take a nice easy twist here. And then take a micro bend in that right elbow and spin your heart to the sky. And then as you do that, draw the right hip back. Anchor the foot down. Good. And then exhale. Set your right hand down. Bend into your back knee. Peel your front toes up and find a nice long pyramid. Then send that front foot flat, extend the back leg, and walk the hands forward. Inhale here, and then exhale, launch into that warrior three. Then, once you feel steady in your legs, get super strong in your core, take one hand to the heart, take the other hand to the heart, and start to lift the torso. Then maybe stay here or extend both arms behind you. Maybe stay here or interlace your hands. From here, bend into your standing leg, reach, 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 reach back through that left foot. Land it for warrior one, big inhale. Keep the hands interlaced straight in the front leg, pivot the feet. So you're in this straddle, not a super wide one. Take an inhale as you lift the heart, and then as you exhale, hinge forward. Let the head drop. Lift the shoulders, lift the knuckles. Release the hands to the sacrum and all the way down to the floor. Then from here, pivot to the left. So pivot your left toes to the left and onto your right toes. Bend the front knee so you land in this runner's lunge. Right fingertips stay down. Inhale, float your left arm up. Micro bend in that left elbow. Spin the ribs open. Send your left hip back. Your heart forward and open. And then exhale. Set it back down. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, launch up, warrior three. Firm into that standing leg, firm into the core. One hand to the heart, other hand to the heart, lift the torso. Then maybe the hands come back, reach and press. Maybe the hands interlace, left thumb on top. Extend the knuckles back, extend the crown forward. Then bend into your standing leg, reach to your back leg, find warrior one. Lift the heart, inhale. And then exhale, come upright, pivot the feet into that wide straddle. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, and hinge forward. You can keep the hands here or lower them to the sacrum and just let the arms rest in the creases of the elbows. And then let your torso sway left to right. From here, set your hands to the floor and just heel toe the feet together. And then lower one knee and then the other knee down. So you land in a tabletop. And if you're funky on your mat, just turn yourself around. Then take the left arm and float it up. And on the exhale, float it through for thread the needle. Come onto the left side of the head, right hand's your kickstand. Then press into the back of the left arm to spin your chest open. Maybe you take your right leg back. And breathe. Whatever variations feel good here, feel free to do them. Keep sending and washing the breath through the shoulder blades, through the neck. Soften into the jaw. And then release the knee down. Press through your right hand and float your left arm back up And then set it down. And switch sides. Inhale, right arm's gonna reach. And then exhale, thread it through, come into the right shoulder, right side of the head. Press into the back of the right arm. And maybe extend your left leg to spin open. Big deep breaths. And then set the knee down. Lift the right arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Set it down. From here, crawl towards the top of the mat. Curl the toes under. Roll over the feet again. And then this time, extend the arms and come to sit right into Navasana. Then, keep the knees bent or maybe straighten the legs and hold and breathe. Heart's lifted, shoulders are dropping, collarbones are spreading. Good, and then release the feet down. I didn't crawl far enough forward. Hold behind the thighs, we're gonna start to rock ourselves front to back. And then we're gonna start to find a little Navasana on our way up. Roll back, find your balance. Then you can even try it without the arms, and you can try it with straight legs. Try to stop right about mid-shoulders. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Take another one or two. And then we'll land all the way onto our backs. Hug the knees in and rock side to side. Keep a hold of the right knee, flex the left foot and send that leg long, and then draw the right knee right into your right shoulder. And then a little windshield wiper with that right leg, right to left, across your torso. And then bring the right knee back over to your right shoulder, flex the right foot, take the left hand and grab for the outer edge of the foot so that the knee or the hip turns out and the knee starts to press away from you like you're in a reclined pigeon. And then bring your left knee to brace that right ankle. And find your figure four with or without the use of your arms. Right knee drawing away from you, left knee drawing towards you, and breathe. Good, and then release the left foot down. Let the right knee stack right on top. Let the arms move into a T. Pick up the hips and move them over to the right. Pick up the knees and drop them over to the left. And then send your right hip away as you anchor your right shoulder down. You can press into the left elbow and back of the head and just slide the ribs to the left a little bit. And the right ribs can drop even more. And then unwind that, bring your hips back to neutral, slide your ankle back to your knee, so you're back in that figure four, and then heel toe the left foot to the left edge of the mat. Flex all 10 toes and drop both knees to the right now. Now take the arms up by your ears, set the left wrist in your right hand and pull your left wrist long as you send your left knee forward. And if this bugs your knees, just unhook the top ankle. Totally. Release the arms, unhook the foot, and come back to neutral. Draw the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Keep a hold of the left knee and send the right leg long with the flexed foot, heel pressing away from you. And then take the left knee up towards your left shoulder, anchor your right thigh bone down, And then hold the left knee with the left hand, take the right hand around to the outer edge of the foot and let that knee swing out as the foot comes towards you for that reclined pigeon. And then bring the right knee up to hook the outer left ankle and find your figure four. Then set the right foot down. Let the left knee stack on top of the right. Let the arms open wide. Pick up the hips, slide them to the left. Pick up the knees and drop them to the right. And then press in the right elbow back of the head and scoot your ribs to the right. And let your left shoulder anchor and left ribs roll to the left. Send your left hip away from you. And then inhale and unwind. Bring your hips back to neutral. Slide the left ankle back to the knee and inch your right foot to the right. And then flex all 10 toes and drop the knees over to the left. Arms come up overhead. Right wrist lands in the left hand. Stretch the right arm long. Stretch the right knee long. And breathe. And release the arms. You can release the foot and bring the knees back to central, back to neutral, and then hug both knees in again and wide and rock side to side. From here, take the arms through the legs for the ankles or the outsides of the feet. Take happy baby. Drop the knees towards the outer armpits. Press your feet into your hands as you pull your hands down into your feet. And then let the soles of the feet come together and drop them right towards your chest or your belly. The knees moving out to the side. And then go ahead and release the feet to the floor. If you have a block, you're gonna slide it flat and wide under your sacrum. And if you don't have a block, no big deal. You're just gonna do it without the block. But if you have one handy, slide it under the sacrum so you have this broad base of support. And then just bring the knees right up over the hips and then the feet right up over the hips. And if you're not using the block, same thing. You're just bringing the feet to float right above the hips. And then close your eyes. Let the shoulders drop from the ears. And you're trying to find this point where the feet feel almost weightless. The legs feel almost weightless. There comes this point where it becomes almost effortless to have the legs in this inverted state. It's reversing the flow of blood and energy. Letting the mind settle. Take about 5 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, just let the knees drop back to the chest. Let the feet come back down to the floor one at a time. If you have the block, just lift the hips just enough so that the block can slide out. Then let your back return to the earth. Walk the feet together and let the knees open wide and find a Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands come to rest on the belly, or hand or heart and belly, or loose cactus, or wherever it feels good. We're going to come into a controlled breath here, inhaling for a count of 5, holding for a count of 3, and then exhaling for a count of 7. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, go ahead and empty out all of the breath. Take a big inhale through the nose. And a big exhale out the mouth. And then from here out, the breath will be in and out the nose. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. 3, 2. Exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4. Slow it down. 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty, soften the face for 3, 2, and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Soften your throat. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Everything soften. And then inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold full. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Last time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Stay with me. Last time. Inhale slow and full. Get as full as you possibly can. Once you think you can't sip in any more air, try and sip in just a little bit more. Soften your face. Soften your throat. Sip in a little bit more air. Hold full. And then slowly exhale out the mouth. Letting the bones get heavy with every release of breath. Once you're emptied out, let the legs extend, let the arms extend, and find your final resting pose, Shavasana. Letting go of all the effort in your body and in your breath, in your mind. Just letting your whole being have this moment in stillness, this moment of rest. Shavasana. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and grace for all beings. Have a wonderful Shavasana. Stay in rest as long as you can. Namaste.